The International Criminal Court says it found reasonable basis to believe that crimes against humanity were committed in the course of President Duterte's war on drugs. Those supposed crimes would include torture, physical and mental harm, as well as murder. To give us more details on this, we have One News Chief Correspondent Ed Lingao. Ed, we know government has been refusing to let investigators come into the country from the ICC. What does this actually change, if anything?
Well, Robbie, clearly the finding is important, especially as a first step towards moving towards a full investigation. But it's also important to point out that this is only the first step in a number of complex and lengthy steps in the ICC procedure. You may notice that the prosecutor, Bensouda, acknowledges that she's still to decide on whether to ask for authority to proceed to a formal investigation next year. What we have here after almost 3 years is just a preliminary examination phase. It's like the preliminary investigation of a fiscal in the Philippines before charges are formally filed. Now, see, Bensouda has to cross out 3 elements before she moves forward. First, that there is sufficient evidence showing crimes have been committed, which is what she announced yesterday. Second, that the ICC is convinced that the state itself is not able or unwilling to prosecute violators, and that, I think, is where they are now. And lastly, determine whether an investigation is in the interest of justice. Only after she's checked out all these 3 elements will the prosecutor ask for authority to begin an actual investigation. And only after that is there possibility of having an arrest warrant issued against the perpetrators.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Ed Lingao.